It's Friday. They look all set to go, don't they? 43 degrees. Are you kidding me? That's beautiful. 7:30. Is it down? Sorry, I get too excited. No, Rex, stop. Stop. You have to go slowly. It wasn't exactly stop and stay, was it? Doctor's orders, Rex. We have to take it easy. Steve, don't go that way. You'll get yourself all tangled up. Come this way. Thank you. Very good. I mean, Steve is so smart. He actually does know what I'm talking about. Let's go this way, Steve. Come on. Let's go out and enjoy this beautiful Friday morning. Feels like springtime, when in fact, it's the first day of meteorological winter. Yeah, it's wintertime and it's warming up. The temperature in the 40s right here. There's the waning gibbous moon. And I just feel it. I mean, I think there's a little dew in the grass. Now, not everybody's 43 degrees. We did have a clear sky with some radiational cooling last night. So a few spots did get down into the 20s. Let's look at Greenwich, Rhode Island this morning. Was in the mid-20s. The dew point came up and the temperature went down and the roads were already cold because it's been so cold this week. So multiple vehicle accidents. Cars flipping over this morning in Rhode Island. Many spots had black ice. So the ground was cold, the humidity went up, the roads were kind of sweaty, and that's what causes black ice. Now you can't really see it. I think that's why they call it black ice, but you can tell when it's there. Anyhow, that is the backside of departing cold air. November goes in the books a couple of degrees colder than the average November and slightly drier. On Mount Washington, there was a total of, what was it, 34.1 inches of snow in November, and the average for November is about 37.8. So close to normal snowfall north. But of course, we know it's been the last 10 days that really kicked ski season into high gear. There's no way we're going to match what we've had over the last 5 days. It's opening day for a lot of areas. I have a lot of friends that want to go to Crotched Mountain today in southwestern New Hampshire. It's really a fun place. There's night skiing, and it's going to be spring skiing today. Temperature's going to get up into the 40s, maybe near 50 degrees with sunshine fading. There's going to be a little rain late in the day. I think the esoteric question of today is going to be, what is time? I love playing this game when I go out and do my public speaking. Time! And then I get a chalkboard and I write T-I-M. Time is Tim. And then I add an E. Time is Tim with an E. But in reality, time is change. And we measure the change by the position of the sun as it goes across the sky. So of course that's different everywhere on Earth. So in order to do these meteorological maps that we all use around the entire world, we came up with a universal time code. It's called the Greenwich Mean Time. The time in Greenwich, England is the time we go by when we make our weather maps. It's also called Zulu, Z. So I'm going to use the HRR, High Resolution Rapid Refresh Model, and take you through time. I'm going to try and go very slowly. The time is in the upper left on these graphics, and you can see that the green is coming in from southwest to northeast. That's rain, and the time is clicking. 21Z, 22Z. So 22Z, I'll stop it for a second. That's Zulu time, and we are 5 hours behind, so we have to subtract 5 from 22, which makes it 17, and then we have to do a little more math because we're using the military clock. We have to go 17 minus 12, 5 p.m. And I used to have to do this on live TV. I just closed my eyes and thought about that while I was doing it just now. So 21 Zulu is 5 p.m. 22, 6 p.m. 23, 7 p.m. 24, no, I did that wrong. 22, 6, 23 is 7. I know I'm wrong because 0Z is 7 p.m. So I did some wrong math in there. Can I start over? Rewind. I know what I did wrong, T-Rex. 21 minus 5 is 16. So sorry. 16 minus 12 is 4. So 21Z is 4 p.m. Who caught me on that? Who caught the teacher being wrong? Fortunately, a lot of people say they like looking at the pets. Thank you, Jennifer, especially. So kind to me, saying, I don't mind when T-Rex barks. I don't mind when Steve runs away. Do you mind when TK makes mathematical errors like that? That's the hazard of trying to present live and do math in your head at the same time. Anyhow, let's go back to those maps again. 21Z is 4 o'clock. 22Z is 5 o'clock. 23Z is 6 o'clock. 24, which now changes to 0 hours, is 7 p.m. All right, and then we go through the night, and the green lifts north and out, and now we get to Saturday morning, and Saturday morning is not bad. It's going to be warm all over. You're thinking about skiing. It may be a little bit fast in the morning, but it's going to turn into spring skiing, and it's mostly dry. You just see some specks of green around. The rain-snow line way up in central Maine, so there's a little rain and snow mixed near the Canadian border. And then that kind of goes away, and so it's not a bad day at all. And then the HRR only goes out to Saturday night, and 6Z Sunday, which is 1 a.m. Sunday, correct. Then we have to switch to the global model that I trust the most. It's called the European model. The GFS, I said yesterday, we're throwing it in the trash. It had no resemblance to reality coming in Sunday and Monday. By the way, the GFS now does have resemblance to reality, but we're just going to stick with the Euro here. And it does not look very different than it did yesterday. We have these low pressure systems coming up with ridging in the southeastern United States, sending energy and warmth from the Gulf of Mexico. And then there's troughing from the Great Lakes into southeastern Canada, sending cold air down into the top of that confluent zone. And there are going to be multiple low pressure systems developing and racing along a boundary. It does not look like any one of them wants to take over, and the Euro usually is too deep with these storms. So when you see 995 on the Euro, think more like 998 or 1,000 millibars. Again, now that's another conversion you have to do, millibars to inches of mercury, but we'll spare you that. And then we'll watch the clock in the upper left, and you see the times change. And on Monday, this looks like the snow diminishes, right? But notice how it kind of keeps on being blue there in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. There's an inverted trough there. It may keep on snowing all day Monday into Tuesday in far northern New England. Then we get to Wednesday. Now, here comes a warm front coming at us, a new low coming out of the Great Lakes, but with North Atlantic blocking, that low is going to be shunted to the south. And we're going to have a storm out at sea, and we have another one coming at us from Canada. So you got to kind of watch both sides. There may be something clipping Cape Cod, then as quickly as that goes away, the next one comes in from Canada. Do I have to start that over a little bit? I think I just said way too much. Let's go back to Wednesday. System just south and east of New England. I think that's actually going to end up closer. And then here comes the late Thursday warm front. And then that low goes by with more snow for northern New England. It looks wet snow late next week with new cold air advection coming in next weekend. All those black lines. All right, so it's very busy weather pattern. This is probably the nicest weather we're going to have right now. Although tomorrow, where the sun does come out, it's not that bad. So you want to add up all the snow over the next 10 days? Well, watch it coast to coast. Those mountains in Washington, Oregon, and Idaho are getting creamed. Feet of snow and probably flooding rain down below, and those rain snow lines are going to be going up and down elevations. And then those systems come across the country kind of splintering, with some of them going across Canada, some of them trying to go across the southwest. And anyhow, there's the snowfall, all purple in the northeast. So most of that's coming in here Sunday night, Monday into Tuesday, and that's 10 to 15 inches of snow, we'll call it. It's only going to be powdery in the very tops of the mountains. It's going to be more base material. So December's starting off, it looks like warmer than November is leaving off. Rabbit, rabbit, where are the rabbits? You're supposed to say that on the first of the month. The rabbits actually live way over there. And there are a few of them. I've heard there's a bunch more coyotes. Loud truck warning. Where is it? There it goes. Yep, taking care of business, thank you. And T-Rex also alerting us to something going on. What, you saying hello to the ferry captain over there? How about that little fishing boat? How about that dinghy? When's that dinghy gonna... Ooh, what's that? We've got a barge. It's a barge with a tug. It looks like being pushed in here. And T-Rex, his hair all up on the back of his neck. So anyhow, taking care of business. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put up a bunch of Christmas lights today. I did some window washing yesterday. My fingers are not freezing this morning, so it's kind of funny. I went down and shot my snowcast down on the beach way over there, and on the way back I saw Patrick washing his windshield. He moved his truck to where it was sunny so he could see the dirt on the windshield. Sorry, that's the end of that line. All right, so that's the and more for today. I hope you saw my snowcast. It's on there. And once again, like I said yesterday, if you subscribe to the station and you leave a message for me, I will answer the messages as much as I can. So I am not overwhelmed. I'm not a huge YouTube person where I can't answer hundreds of messages. So thanks for coming and watching and putting up with the barking and me trying to figure out what is time. Tim with an E. And look at Rex. Look at you just standing there. Look at that profile, huh? All right. Talk to you later. That's what I'm talking about with sweaty roads. Look at this. This is that area where the frost never evaporates or goes away on the side of my hill. So this is just a refrigerated section of roadway here because it's been so cold, and that frost has been here since about Monday or so. So this is sort of a prelude to my and more as I came through this frost yesterday. It's amazing. So the sun never gets to this part of the road. This is an example of not black ice, but white ice. And the black ice will be further up the road. Anyhow, this is still our Friday morning, December 1st, leading into the and more. And there goes that barge I was talking about. So it's just about 8 o'clock. Thanks for watching. This is what I mean by sweaty roads right here. See how it's all wet. So when the ground is in the 20s and 30s and the dew point goes up into the 30s, you end up with sweaty roads and black ice. You can see the dew on the vehicles. It was probably frost around midnight. So essentially black ice is dew on the roads that's frozen, pretty much. It's our December thaw coming the first day of December. The low sun angle really shows off the dirt in the windows. It's almost impossible to clean them. You gotta wash them like 3 times. So much grime. I like clean windows, especially when it starts to snow and I want to look out at that street light right there. Hopefully now within 4 days. I think it's time to go do a snowcast. In the meantime, down by the beach. Why not? If I can't be at a mountain, let's be at a shore. It is surf, ski, weather, after all. And I do pots and pans, cooking and cleaning, and windows also. Really nice day for it too. A little breezy, but it's close to 50 degrees, and working in the sun down there is great. But if you're residing on the north side of a hill, even though the sun's been up for hours, there's still frost on the ground right here. I find that fascinating. Nature's little refrigerator. The north side of a hill. It's, again, 50 degrees outside right now. This is fascinating. Love it. Just shot the snowcast. Thought I'd roll on these ducks. What are they, mergansers? They seem to be in a little bit of a tussle. I think the boys are the white ones, kind of competing for the girls, which are the dark ones. That's my guess. I think that kind of language and behavior is kind of universal. Yeah. They don't have babies this time of year, do they? That was 9 times zoom. This is what it looks like. 0.5 zoom. A little zen. How about a little water? Close this out. Move your shadow, dude. I'll do whatever I want with my shadow, dude. pick me up.
Sorry.
What about this poor dragonfly?
Yeah, he's dead.
For him?
He hitchhiked a ride up from Florida.
Probably regrets it.
It is on the outside.
He's
Yeah,
an
how you
angel.
doing?
Not bad. Good day for washing windows. I was doing the same thing in my house.
Yeah.
Because when the sun comes in the low angle, you can see every speck of dirt.
It's terrible, right? Yeah.
So you just come over someplace sunny, and you can see every speck of dirt. And on the backside, you got the Patriots and the Buccaneers, and a half an elf climbing up. That's a great van. I want one of those. Ford Transit. I'm gonna buy one. All right, that's good for and more today, right? Talk to you later. Oh yeah, I wanted to add in a couple of clips from the family skiing at Mount Mansfield Stowe yesterday, where it was winter yesterday and spring conditions for the weekend. Pretty good weekend though, no complaints.
Excellent.
Say hi to TK.
Hi,
Hey, TK.